Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me, and if you're an OG, freaking love you. Today's video is going to be about a couple of different methods that I have tried to lift my color out. Now, I will be specifically talking about two different methods. I will be talking about the Head and Shoulders and vitamin C way, and then I will also be talking about color oops. And I just wanted to try them both and see where both of those would get me, because they both are not actually bleach related. So if you've watched my channel over the past couple of months, you would see that there is a progressional change in my hair. I started out as a deep mahogany red, then I went copper, then I went back to being deep mahogany red, and now I'm at this color. So essentially what's happening is I'm slowly inching towards my natural color so I can do a balayage and then not have to do my hair unless I want to. I want it to be super low maintenance. I don't want to do my roots every 3 weeks. So I am trying to get to my natural color as healthily as possible. As healthily? Is that a word? I don't know. As healthy as possible. I don't want to damage my hair. It's very long, and I've had very healthy hair for so long, and I don't want to just bleach it and then have to chop it off. So without rambling anymore on, let's jump into the reviews. The first method that I tried was the Head and Shoulders and vitamin C method. I did a lot of YouTubing and watching videos, and I was like, you know what? I can't lose anything. Let's try the vitamin C way. That seems like two very normal products. You know, vitamin C is good for you and it won't really damage your hair, and then Head and Shoulders is something that people use on their hair. What could happen? It was pretty easy. I had my boyfriend crush up the vitamin C pills. I did half of a bottle, and then I did enough shampoo for it to become like a pretty decent consistency, like a kind of thicky but not super thick consistency, so that it would be easy to spread it all over my hair. You need to wet your hair. I guess that's the best way for it to penetrate into the cuticle, is by having your hair wet. So I wet my hair and I started at my roots, and I did all of my roots, kind of hoping that if I let that process a little bit longer than the ends, it would lift my color from my roots faster, because I had not re-dyed the ends of my hair for a while, so they were way more faded than the root regrowth that I had just done like a month ago. So I thought that maybe that would help, so I did my roots first, and then the leftover formula I put on my ends. So now I wrap that with some saran wrap, which is so not good for the environment, but that's what my mom had, and that is what I used. So I did that, and I let that sit for about 30, 35, maybe 40 minutes tops. I was really afraid to leave this on for longer, because even after 20 minutes, my scalp was burning a little bit. I was like, oh God, no, okay, brace through it. And then I eventually washed it out, and the results were this. So I will say that it didn't lift the color, but it lightened it. So instead of being like a deep mahogany red, my hair then was like ketchup red. So it took that depth out of it, but it didn't take out the redness. And that is so hard, which is so funny, because if you go red, that shit washes out of your hair in 2 washes. But when you actually want to strip it out of your hair, it's like, nope, staying here forever. That method was okay. I think you would have a lot more success with it if you did it multiple times for starters. I would probably give your hair a week or 2 in between each time that you do it, and maybe you would get better results if you don't have that really concentrated red pigment in your hair like I did, because I had done that mahogany red color for 3 or maybe 4 years at this point. So it's really deep within my hair, and I could literally not do my ends for 2 to 3 months and it would still be pretty vibrant. That wasn't the most ideal. I decided to do the color oops, the stronger version, that's the red box. Which that process was pretty simple. You just mix the ingredients that come in the box. There's nothing extra to add. And then you just saturate your hair with it. I will warn you, if you have long hair, I have fine hair, but it's long, and there's a lot of fine hairs. One bottle was risky, and there are definitely patches in my hair that were not touched by the color oops. So if I had 2 bottles, I would have been able to really saturate my head, and I think I would have had a better process. The smell is not like unbearable, but it definitely smells like eggs. So I don't know if you have ever been to Florida, but our sprinkler systems smell like this. It's like that sulfur, eggy type of smell. So having that in a small bathroom was not bearable, but like pretty bad. And I feel like my bathroom, the places where I kind of accidentally got the formula because it's pretty runny, it made my bathroom smell pretty weird for about a week's time until I figured out, oh, I probably dripped down on the cabinet fronts, so I should like Clorox that. After that, it went away and it was fine. It didn't leave a scent in my hair because you literally, once it's done processing, you need to rinse your hair for 20 minutes. What I understand, the way that the formula works is that it shrinks down your color molecule in your hair, and it kind of takes it out and you wash it out. So you really want to suds up your hair in the shower, or like I did, I just kind of washed my hair in the tub. I didn't want to take a 20-minute shower. So what I did is I flipped all of my hair into my tub, and I have like a detachable head, and I wet my hair and I really well scrubbed it with Head and Shoulders. I would say use some sort of purifying shampoo or like a dandruff shampoo that will help latch the color onto that shampoo and wash it out. So I sudsed it up really well, kind of let it sit, would rinse it, and then I would suds it up really well, let it sit, rinse it. I did do this for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and significantly my hair was lighter. I did see a lot of reviews on this affecting the way that your color is afterwards, that it like the color latches onto your hair even more. So say you were dyeing it brown, it's most likely to turn black because of how much pigment it's pulling into your hair. So I would say let your hair kind of relax for a little bit after you do a color oops. I will say that the before and after is quite crazy. It did lift a lot of that red and orange and that depth out, but my hair definitely was left pretty warm coppery. So what I eventually ended up doing is buying some toners. You can get the Redken ShadesEQ from Amazon. We'll list that down below to tone your hair. That is the best toner that I have found. Make sure to match up your level of hair as best as you can, because if you put a toner with a lower level, it'll deepen your hair color. So I ended up doing a toner, which at this point is kind of washing out, but my hair is like nowhere near as copper and orange as it was. This has lifted so much considering what it used to be. That mahogany red was like really dark and vibrant. So honestly, if you are trying to lift your color, I would suggest doing an actual pigment lift, especially if you have coppers or reds in your hair, because those are pretty hard to lift out. So Ion has one which you can get at Sally's. There obviously is that color oops which you can get everywhere. I will probably end up doing another color oops in a little while to just really try and get the browns out, because it's still definitely darker than my natural hair color, and I do think that another round of color oops would definitely help lift a lot of that out. I definitely think that color oops worked way better. It was way more efficient. It is set up to lift color out, and it does not lighten your previous hair. Definitely, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I would love to answer them, because this was a pretty scary process, especially because it's your hair, it's on top of your head, you're looking at it all the time, and you kind of can't hide it if it's really messed up. That is all that I have to say. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was informational. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.